Alright everyone, week 3 of the AAF. Second game of Saturday night. Memphis at Orlando at Spectrum Stadium in Orlando. 20,000 plus in attendance, 200 more in the first game, which is a good sign. And Garrett Gilbert came out the gate right away, hitting 6 for 6 for 99 yards. It looked like it was going to be one of those fun and gun Steve Spurrier games again. Opening drive, a touchdown, a field 2-point conversion, and a field goal made it 9-0. Points were off a Memphis turnover. Hackenberg's first pass was intercepted. Hackenberg was eventually benched. On the second drive, Gary Gilbert would hit his tight end Orndorff. Elliott Fry hits a 31-yard field goal. It was 9-0 Orlando. Hackenberg did have a few bright moments. Hit a couple passes to his tight end Brandon Barnes. And John Jasper, a Memphis native, misses a 41-yard field goal. And against this Orlando team, you cannot give up opportunities like that. Second quarter, the Memphis defense really tightened down on the Orlando offense. It wasn't the fun and gun night we thought it was going to be. They ended up having to go to the ground game a lot more, which was pretty successful. Both teams had over 130 yards rushing for the night. Jerry Gilbert hits John Marshall 15 yards for a first down, and they go for it on an unusual 4th and 2 at their own 43, and the Memphis defense stops them dead cold. I thought that was weird going for your own territory that early in the game. Turnover and downs with 8:44 left in the second quarter. Hackenberg did have a big pass to Dantes Bird, 46-yarder. That would probably be the highlight of his night, because on the very next play, Hackenberg running throws interception to Terrence Garvin, a 25-yard return, and it's 9-0 at halftime. Now, mercifully, Mike Singletary did the league and did Memphis a favor, and he finally pulled Christian Hackenberg for Zach Mettenberger, the Tennessee Titans quarterback. And Mettenberger didn't waste any time. He throws a 30-yard touchdown pass to Devin Lucian. 2-point conversion was no good. It is 9-6. Garrett Gilbert came down on the next drive and eventually hit Renell Hall for a 30-yard touchdown pass. Another 2-point conversion failed. Zach Mettenberger then comes back, drives his team down, and gets a 27-yard field goal from John Jasper. And the game was pretty tight for the whole way. The Memphis defense really cracked down on that passing game of Orlando, but Orlando, like I said, was able to get over 130 yards rushing on the night, and Orlando did what they always did. They wear down those defenses in the fourth quarter, and that's where the Orlando running game came in handy. Fourth quarter, the killer touchdown, Garrett Gilbert, a 21-yard touchdown run on a quarterback option, breaks 2 tackles with 8:58 left in the game. The conversion on the quarterback option was no good. Wasn't done yet. Zach Mettenberger drives down and hits Jerry Shepard for a nice touchdown pass, cut the lead to 21-17. The 2-point conversion was also good. So on the ensuing drive, a big break. It looks like Memphis had the ball picked off not once but twice. It was a tip drill, and tight end Matt Weisner of Orlando came up with the pass and might have saved the game for Orlando right there with his heads-up play. A couple big runs by Ernest Johnson and Devion Smith, and Garrett Gilbert put the game away. And Orlando is 3-0, and Memphis is 0-3. This was not the blowout I thought it was going to be. Orlando did win the game. To Ernest Johnson, they had 79 yards rushing. Devion Smith had 52, and Garrett Gilbert had 43 yards rushing himself. So this was a different game for Orlando today. They had to rely on the running game because Memphis did a good job putting pressure on Garrett Gilbert. They hit him a few times too, pretty hard when he ran the ball. Garrett Gilbert 14 of 20 for 207 yards. Christian Hackenberg 8 of 14 for 88 yards, 2 picks. Zach Mettenberger 9 of 12, 120 yards, 2 touchdown passes. It is safe to say that Memphis found their quarterback next week. Listen, I don't know what Mike Singletary saw in Christian Hackenberger. I mean, I understand Zach Mettenberger was 0 for 10 in the NFL as a starter, but he did have some good moments, but he still started 10 games. Christian Hackenberger, and go ask any Jet fan, to put it in Memphis Express terms, his career never left the station, or never left the terminal, or never took off. Pick what you want. And as soon as Zach Mettenberger came in, he looked way more confident, way more poised, leadership. Everything about him gave that Memphis offense confidence. And he needed it because although the Memphis rushing game got 132 yards on the night rushing, they were daring in the first half Memphis to throw the ball. They were stopping the run pretty good. It wasn't until Mettenberger got in the game where they were going to start running the ball, and they had a good mix of run and pass. Unfortunately for Memphis, I think Singletary pulled Hackenberg 1 quarter too late. You know, if Hackenberg comes out a quarter early, maybe Memphis wins this game and pulls off the upset. Yeah, and the fact that John Jasper misses a 41-yard field goal, who knows about what happened, but hey, that's why they play the games. Orlando's 3-0. Memphis is 0-3. Orlando now goes to Salt Lake City next week to take on the Stallions, who just knocked off and shut down that Arizona hotshot offense. So that will be a good matchup. That will be a Saturday afternoon game over in Rice-Eccles Field. Memphis will return home to the Liberty Bowl to play their second home game. And I'm trying to think who are they playing? They're home against the San Diego Fleet, it looks like. And yes, they are. That will be the Saturday night game on the NFL Network. So Memphis will host San Diego next week. And we'll see how Zach Mettenberger does with a full week's practice and a full game to do something. Like I said, the crowd was good last night. 200 more people than the first game, over 20,000 plus filled Spectrum Stadium. And that is week 2 for Orlando and Memphis. We have 2 more games today. The first one is the afternoon game between, let's see, we got Birmingham is on the road again, playing the Atlanta Legends in their long home awaited opener at Georgia State Stadium. Hopefully the Atlanta fans come out. Atlanta's not a real good sports town, so we'll see how they do. And of course, the night game, another rematch at Jack Murphy Stadium. San Diego Fleet hosting the San Antonio Commanders. We'll be back later with highlights with Atlanta and Birmingham. Enjoy the football, and we'll see you later.